The streets of Oslo lay suffocated under a heavy, choking silence. Beneath the glow of German floodlights and the watchful eyes of patrols, fear ruled every shadow. Yet somewhere, hidden among the silent alleys, moved a ghost, a saboteur, a man with no army, but a mission that would shake an empire. Tonight, we dive into the chilling, relentless life of Norway's most fearless resistance fighter, Max Manus. Max Manus was born in Bergen, Norway, in 1914, the son of a restless adventurer and a strong-willed mother. Early on, Max showed the traits that would define his legend: an unbreakable spirit, a thirst for danger, and an unwavering sense of right and wrong. Before the Second World War exploded across Europe, Max had already tasted combat during the Winter War, volunteering to fight alongside Finland against the Soviet Union. It was there he first learned the brutal cost of resistance. Returning to Norway, he found his homeland under Nazi occupation. The sight of German soldiers marching through his beloved Oslo ignited a fire inside him that would never extinguish. Max refused to stand idle. He joined the early resistance movements, distributing illegal newspapers, gathering intelligence, and preparing for sabotage. But this was only the beginning. After a near-fatal encounter with the Gestapo, Max escaped captivity, slipping out of a hospital window under the very noses of his captors. Wounded and hunted, he fled to Sweden and later to Scotland, where he trained with the British Special Operations Executive. Explosives, silent killing. Max absorbed it all with ruthless efficiency. Returning to Norway as part of Operation Derby, Max's missions grew more daring, more dangerous. He specialized in crippling Nazi shipping operations, laying magnetic mines on German vessels in Oslo's heavily guarded harbor. The Donau became his most infamous target. It was a massive German troop ship, a symbol of Nazi power. Max and his team, operating under constant threat of discovery, infiltrated the docks and planted timed explosives beneath the waterline. As the harbor slept, a thunderous blast tore the night apart. The Donau listed heavily, sinking into the icy depths, hundreds of enemy soldiers lost. Each success tightened the noose around the Nazi grip on Norway and painted an even larger target on Max's back. The danger was relentless. Once, carrying illegal weapons and documents, Max was stopped at a Nazi checkpoint. His heart slammed against his ribs as soldiers peered into his vehicle. Smiling casually, Max joked with the guards, feigning innocence. After a tense inspection, they waved him through. Another time, the Gestapo launched a raid on one of his safe houses. Max escaped only seconds before they kicked down the door, vanishing into the twisting back streets of Oslo. Friends were captured, allies tortured. Many never spoke his name, even under unbearable pain. Max lived as a shadow, sleeping in different beds each night, trusting no one completely, carrying cyanide pills in case of capture. Fear became a companion, death an expectation. Yet he never wavered. Throughout 1944 and into 1945, Max intensified his operations. He formed Operation Bundle, targeting the German shipping lifeline with unparalleled precision. Warehouses, ships, train lines, anything that could supply the enemy was fair game. His actions caused millions of Reichsmarks worth of destruction. More importantly, they sowed terror within Nazi ranks. No officer or soldier felt truly safe on Norwegian soil. Every ship that left port carried the fear of silent, unseen death. And beyond the explosions, Max inspired others. Young Norwegians, emboldened by the stories of sabotage, joined the resistance. Hope, once a fragile thing, began to burn brighter. When Germany finally surrendered, Max Manus stood among the heroes who had refused to bow. He walked alongside Crown Prince Olav and King Haakon VII as they returned to a free Norway, the streets filled with weeping, cheering countrymen. But victory came at a price. Haunted by the memories of lost friends and the horrors he had witnessed, Max struggled to find peace. He later wrote memoirs detailing his experiences, books that captured both the courage of the resistance and the brutal cost of defiance. Max Manus's story is not just one of explosions and missions. It is the story of a man who refused to surrender to tyranny, a man who risked everything, his life, his sanity, and his soul, to defend what he knew was right. And that, my friend, is the chronicle of Max Manus.